Daniels. Meanwhile, Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis is defending herself against efforts to remove her from Trump's election interference and racketeering case in Georgia. Willis has acknowledged an affair with Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade, but denies she benefited financially or that it has any bearing on the case.
You're confused. You think I'm on trial. These people are on trial for trying to steal an election in 2020. I'm not on trial, no matter how hard you try to put me on trial.
The case hasn't been set for trial, and his federal election interference case is waiting on a Supreme Court immunity ruling. Republicans in the battleground state of Wisconsin have approved new legislative maps proposed by Democratic Governor Tony Evers. Majority Leader Devin LeMahieu says the state legislature, controlled by the GOP since 2011, could now be up for grabs.
Given the circumstance, the legislature is faced with two choices: either pass the governor's maps as is, or allow the liberal majority of the Wisconsin Supreme Court to gerrymander the state.
But Democrats argue the state's high court should draw.
Hi, I'm Kelly Kirk.
I'm Chad Larson.
And I'm Joe Kirk.
Your hosts for Searching for Service. Tune in to Rotary's influential show and podcast, sharing touching stories of service locally and abroad.
We bring you weekly guests that connect, inform, and inspire our listeners on all things service.
We highlight diverse service opportunities that appeal to both Rotarians and people driven to serve in their communities.
Tune in Sundays at 3 p.m. or anytime via podcast. It's time
to stop searching
and start serving.
Hi, this is Frank Brown, owner of Minuteman Press Uptown, Minnesota's only minority-owned union printing company. And I have big news. We've moved. Our new building in North Minneapolis is much larger with state-of-the-art equipment. That means we can get your projects done faster. We're on Washington Avenue North off I-94 at the Dowling exit, which allows for quick pickup and drop-off with plenty of free parking. And yes, we still print everything. I moved to MP Uptown because as a Black business owner, I want to be in North Minneapolis and help provide jobs. At MP Uptown, we pay above living wages, hire people who have made mistakes in the past, and believe in social justice. We have over 175 Google reviews with a 5-star rating. Let us handle your next print project because when you support our business, you support the community. Call 612-870-0777 or visit mpuptown.com. That's mpuptown.com. We print everything.
Seward Co-op is now offering convenient self-serve and prepackaged hot options and salad bars at both the Franklin and Friendship stores. Breakfast items available daily until 11 a.m. and brunch served all day every Sunday. Their weekly lunch and dinner menus highlight cuisines from around the world. They offer vegan, vegetarian, and gluten-free options daily. 95% of the ingredients used are organic from small-scale, local community food producers whenever possible. More at seward.coop.
Hi, I'm Scott Peterson with the Minnesota News Network, inviting you to join us this week for Minnesota Matters, a news, entertainment, and sports show covering everything that matters in the North Star State. Tune us in right here or at your convenience at minnesotanewsnetwork.com.
Listen to Minnesota Matters every weekend, Sunday mornings at 6:30 on AM 950, the progressive voice of Minnesota.
It's me, your heart. High blood pressure is serious, and if you think I'm just going to keep ticking away, you're wrong. I can quit whenever I want, but I like my job. Just treat me better. Maybe we can do some exercise on occasion. After all, we're in this together.
Don't let your heart quit on you. High blood pressure can lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late. Find out how at heart.org/blood pressure. A message from the American Heart Association, the American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Portions of the following program may be pre-recorded.
Portions of Native Roots Radio may be pre-recorded.
You're listening to the best of Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake. I'm your host, Wakunjahade, Distant Thunder. My colonized name is Robert Pilot. We discuss national and local Native American news and events. As we all know, Native issues are human issues, and human issues are Native issues.
It's a good day to be Indigenous. Get up, stand up.
They are going to become more brutal.
Because all the hippies are trying to be Indians anyway.
They're going to become more repressive because it's a matter of dollars and their illusionary concepts of power.
Hey, Victor.
We must live in balance with the earth.
And also with recent happenings at Wounded Knee.
I am awake. Welcome to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and I'm your host, Wakanja Hade. Hey, Karagiwina. You are listening to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and I'm your host, Robert Pilot, and we discuss local and national Native news and events. And as you know, Chujunk, Native issues are human issues, and human issues are Native issues.
You are right, Dega. This portion of the show is brought to you by the city of Minneapolis.
Yeah, and we are Native Roots Radio presents Minneapolis Air, and we have our guest host, Christine McDonald, on here, and we are ready to rock and roll with her guest. Welcome, and what a day here. Happy Valentine's and MMIR Day. Christine, it was great seeing you and seeing all the great speakers today.
Yeah, it was a wonderful event. I was really excited to be there. It was so well attended. There were so many people, and it was a beautiful morning. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Haley was there, and we had the proclamation by the governor. We had State Senator Mary Kunish and a couple other politicians, and of course, somberness of names of our relatives that are still missing out there. And it was great to see all our relatives, and also very great to have our names brought out there and brought out into the light. And so it was a good thing. So hey, we got another show here with Minneapolis Air, and if you want to discuss what AIR stands for our listening audience, and then bring in your guests.
Okay. So, Bonjour, Ogadaki Gabuig Nindigenaka Sajijak Ndem. I am Christine McDonald. I'm the American Indian Community Specialist for the city of Minneapolis. And we have a Minneapolis Air on the radio, Minneapolis American Indian Relations, where we are going to be bringing information that is important for our community to learn about. And today we're going to talk about the Community Connections Conference and what the city of Minneapolis is doing for sex trafficking. Every year, the city holds a special event called the Community Connections Conference and Green Zone Summit. And this year's event is coming up in just a couple of days. With us to talk about that is Erica Myers from the Neighborhood and Community Relations Department and Northside Green Zone member Leslie Jackson. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
So can you, Erica, how about you? Can you start by telling us a little bit about what you do?
Absolutely. So I work at the Neighborhood and Community Relations Department through the city of Minneapolis. I'm a neighborhood support specialist. And this year, I'm also one of the co-coordinators, along with our lovely host, Christine McDonald, of the Community Connections Conference.
Thank you. Leslie, can you tell us about yourself?
Sure. I'm a Northside member of the Green Zones, and I'm here coordinating along with the Minneapolis Connect to talk about our summit today and what we have going on this weekend.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you. Erica, can you tell us what is the Community Connections Conference?
Absolutely. The Minneapolis Community Connections Conference is a fun, free, engaging annual event hosted by the City of Minneapolis's Neighborhood and Community Relations Department. The conference brings together people living in Minneapolis, community groups, neighborhoods, local government, and elected officials. It's a great place to connect with your neighbors, meet the people behind important city departments, city leaders, and learn about community services. Everyone is invited, so we hope to see everyone there. It's actually happening this Saturday, February 17th, from 9 to 4 at the Minneapolis Convention Center in downtown Minneapolis. We'll be on the first floor in Hall E. And you can pre-register online now, or you can do it in person when you arrive. And you can find out all this information and register at minneapolismn.gov/ccc.
Thank you. Leslie, can you tell us what is the Green Zone Summit?
It's an event hosted by the North and South Side Green Zones in partner with the Community Connection Conference. The summit raises awareness for the Minneapolis Green Zones and the community. It's a space to bring people together to address our environmental issues and in Minneapolis. So that's what I like to say. a little nervous, so please forgive me.
No problem. Can you tell us more about what are green zones and what is environmental justice?
Well, the green zones are, we have sections that are bordered off in our city that's heavily polluted and contaminated that affects the residents there. And there's entities within the green zones, like different factories and contaminants in buildings that were there. And they were mapped out by the city of Minneapolis team and the zoning to label which ones are highly have contaminants that affect the residents and the health and the well-being. The environmental justice is that's something that affects us all. And there's many different aspects to environmental justice. It could be the air, the water, the soil. People identify it with imprisonment, the trafficking, and things like that. So what the green zones is, we aim to correct the injustice that's placed upon our communities to make it a better, healthy, safer environment for all that live in the green zones and our city within, because as you know, Minneapolis connects north and south, and it's only a minute away, but we all are affected by different things that plague us. And it's all nations of people that are affected by it. So I'm just happy to be a Green Zone member, to utilize my education to help those in our community that need the awareness and what the Green Zones brings that people don't know. So I call us the unsung heroes, because we fight injustices that plague us, the lead and the air and the water. So yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah, that's really important work. Thank you. Can you, is this the first time that the city is doing something like this? Is this the first conference, Erica?
No, actually, our department, NCR, has been organizing these conferences since 2012. So this year is the city's 11th event.
Beautiful. Leslie, can you tell us if this is the first Green Zone Summit that the city's held?
Actually, this is our third year, and we're so happy to be partnering with the Minneapolis Community Connection. I mean, it's just a great excitement for us and how everything is set up. So just happy to be a part of this convention.
We're happy to happy to have you join us each year. Thank you. Erica, why is the city organizing this event?
So we're hosting this conference so that community members, city departments, and decision makers can connect and build relationships. We also are hosting it so that residents can learn about programs and policies that affect them. And ultimately, we really want all communities to feel welcome and to be able to get involved in local decision making. And our conference theme this year is Open City, Your Minneapolis. And with that theme, we really want to focus on making Minneapolis a transparent, accessible city. And being an open city means being open to everyone, open to new ideas, and open to business.
Thank you.
We just have one more minute left. Do we want to just shout out any websites or links where we can find more information about these?
Yep. Well, let me remind folks that this is a completely free event to attend. It's on this Saturday, February 17th at the Minneapolis Convention Center. You can pre-register. That is really helpful for us to help plan out our lunch for the day, which is also completely free. Or else you can register on site at the event. But our website is www.minneapolismn.gov/CCC, and you can find out all the information for the day.
All right. Hey, let's take a quick break. This is Native Roots Radio presents Minneapolis Air, American Indian Relationships. Guest host Christine McDonald leading the way, and we'll be right back after this short break.
Stay with us.
Ho!
J&S Bean Factory is a Native-owned, community-supported, cozy, artsy coffee shop which offers roasted on-site beans, live music, and baked goods. Relax in the beautiful outside patio. City Pages writes, voted top 10 coffee shops. Tucked into a quiet corner of St. Paul's Highland Park neighborhood, this coffee shop roasts beans on site from the best coffee growing countries in the world. Located at 1518 Randolph Avenue, St. Paul. The good stuff.
Winter is here, and there's a good chance your home isn't being heated efficiently. And it's likely because of air sealing and insulation problems. Inadequate attic insulation is the leading contributor to high energy bills, cold rooms, and ice dams. Great news, the energy-efficient pros at Snap Construction can fix it all. Stop the heat from leaking out and save. Call 612-333-SNAP or visit snapconstruction.com for your free infrared energy inspection. Install with Snap Construction and qualify for over $750 in rebates and incentives. State and city programs are now offering 0% financing for qualifying insulation upgrades. So call Snap Construction for your free insulation energy consultation and start saving on your energy bills. Call 612-333-SNAP. That's 612-333-SNAP. Or visit snapconstruction.com. Snap Construction is arguably the most well-reviewed insulation and exterior contractor in the metro area.
Whether you rent or own a home, we all likely have nightmare stories about home maintenance, or what I like to call home cringe moments. Join me, your host, Katie Shahan, for the Yarlow Home Cringe Show. See what home cringe-worthy stories we have for you each week as we talk with local home service pros. Learn best practices for winterizing your home or what to look for after a hailstorm. Listen to the Yarlow Home Cringe Show every Sunday at 2 p.m. or on your favorite podcast app.
You're listening to Native Roots Radio. This is Spirit from Reservation Dogs. Get up and listen.
Welcome back to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and this is Robert Pilot.
This portion of the show is supported by the city of Minneapolis.
Right on. And hey, we're Native Roots Radio, and we're partnering with Minneapolis Air, and we got our guest host, Christine McDonald, doing a great job here. Great job, everyone. Very informative, and welcome back.
Christine, I think you might be muted.
It might be muted, Christine. We'll get you that. Yeah.
Welcome back. We're going to keep having our conversation here about the Minneapolis Community Connections Conference. We have, it's a really large event. We have a huge showing. We have about anywhere from 1,000 to 1,200 people that usually come. Erica, can you tell us more about what people can expect to see when they come to our conference?
Yeah, absolutely. There's going to be a lot for people to see and do and interact with. People can expect to see so many things. There are a lot of opportunities to learn, connect, and enjoy being in community. In addition to the exhibit hall with over 200 booths, there'll be an opening ceremony with cultural performances, morning breakout sessions, a delicious free lunch, and an afternoon session focused on the Child Friendly City Initiative and public safety. So registration table and exhibit hall will both open at 9 in the morning. And some of the fun things that you can find in the exhibit hall will be a fire truck, a free on-site COVID vaccine clinic. There's no insurance is needed. It's free. Fun activities for kids, including an indoor soccer field and even live animals from the Minnesota Zoo booth. At some of the other booths, you can learn about what all the different departments at the city of Minneapolis do, immigration and other legal help, opioid resources, CPR, and you can actually practice CPR on a mannequin, air pollution monitoring. There's also going to be a booth where you can learn about jobs and paid internships for youth with the city of Minneapolis, Minneapolis Parks, state of Minnesota, and others. And you can meet HR staff and learn what it's like to work for the city. Information about how to start a green career, and so much others. In the morning, we have a number of workshops with topics including renters' rights, home ownership, making voting a tradition, and the Urban Scholars Program. And then at lunch, we have a free, delicious lunch with a diverse menu with 6 different local vendors. This will include halal and vegan food options. And then finally, in the afternoon, we have a community dialogue about youth and public safety led by youth from the Youth Coordinating Board.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Just a couple of things that I want to point out that's specific for our community. During our opening ceremony, we've invited Misko Gimme One Poopart Chapman, to be a part of that opening ceremony, and she'll be doing a fancy shawl dance for us there. And then if you're coming for lunch, our free lunch, we have invited the Powell Grounds to be there, and they're going to be providing Indian tacos. So fried bread tacos, if you've never had one before, this is a great time to come through and try it out and check out our conference. Leslie, can you tell us more about what the Green Zone Summit is going to have on site that day?
Well, we'll have workshops and several exhibits, all different projects that are happening and leading into the green zones. So that we have highlights, we have recycling basic workshops with Rusty and the crew. Kids can come up and meet Rusty and take photos with their mascot. And then we have different hubs from the Environmental Resilience organization from East Phillips. And so they have all different types of things where you can learn what's going on in our city. And then we also will have a virtual Green Zone Environmental Justice Tour. It's virtual, and you could see all the different sites that are in the green zones that we have going on. So we have a virtual tour. You could even sign up to take a live bus tour of that. We also have workshops with climate grants and green jobs, clean air, healthy homes, different goals and things that people want to see with the equity plan. You can stop by our section in exhibit hall. So we're going to have exhibit there, and we're going to have different little things to give away. We're going to have our Green Zone t-shirts and things like that, so people can come and check it out. And just a lot of different activities that will be happening on the 17th, 9 to 4 p.m. So it's just a big collaboration of activities that has been going on in the green zones, and different projects that the green zones have funded through the community. So we do a lot of support to different projects that the community is doing, and a lot of people will be there exhibiting what they do. So thank you again for having us. I'm sorry I'm tongue-tied.
No, you're doing great. Thank you so much. We really enjoy having you. It's a lot of great information that the community is able to get from you. And then Erica, so we have just one workshop planned for the afternoon. Can you tell us more about what that community dialogue is going to be about that's going to happen that afternoon?
Yeah, absolutely. We're pretty excited about it. We have a number of council members and city leadership who have confirmed that they're going to be on site and partake in the dialogue. And so today, actually, the city of Minneapolis became the second city in the United States to be designated as a UNICEF USA child-friendly city. And so Minneapolis will write a 3-year plan that prioritizes emergency preparedness, youth voice and decision-making, leadership, community safety, and child rights. And as a part of our ongoing engagement with young people and families, we invite everyone to join us and Minneapolis City Council members, the Minneapolis Youth Cabinet, the Minneapolis Youth Coordinating Board, and city leaders for this dialogue about how we should create a safe, healthy, and child-friendly city. Our discussion will focus on community safety, and it starts at 2 p.m. after lunch. And one of the other really exciting things about it is these conversations will be facilitated by youth from the Youth Coordinating Board.
That's impressive. Thank you. So before we end this segment, is there anything else that you want to mention about our conference that's coming up this Saturday?
Yes. So we hope to see everyone this Saturday. It's made possible only with, in collaboration with community. So we really want to take a moment to thank our community partners, Aromia 11, the Minneapolis American Indian Center, Trellis, the Lake Street Latino Business Association, the Disability Law Center, the Lao Assistance Center, Centerpoint Energy, Metro Transit, Medica, and Excel Energy. And you don't need to drive downtown to come here. The Metro Transit is offering free rides to the conference on their buses and light rail between 7 and 6 on the conference day. So you just need to go to minneapolismn.gov/CCC and download your free pass. Again, that's minneapolismn.gov/CCC. The conference is this Saturday, February 17th, 9 to 4. We hope to see you all there.
Thank you. I think one of the things that we are doing this year, and I'm sure you brought it up, we usually have 5 different vendors for lunch, representing our East African community, Latino, Southeast Asian, African American, American Indian. One of the things we're doing this year is we're adding a vendor specifically for vegan and gluten-free. I know in the past we've had some people who didn't get there in time, weren't able to get it, but we usually have plenty of food. We've always had plenty of food. That's one of the highlights of our event. Every year I invite people, and when somebody new comes, they come up to me and like, man, I wish I would have came before. I had such a great time. It was way more fun than I expected it to be. One of the other things that we have coming in is the Minneapolis Zoo. Erica, can you tell us anything about what they're bringing in?
So I know that they have a number of animals slated to make an appearance. For sure, I know that there's a hissing cockroach, a snake, and a millipede. And rumors are that a turtle might be on board as well.
Turtle. No moose? I wanted a moose. Nope.
You know what there will be, though? There's going to be the mounted police are going to be at the entrance with the horses. So there's an opportunity to meet the horses that are part of the mounted unit. And so that's pretty exciting as well.
That is really exciting. I also know last year, Minnesota Department of Public Safety had a number of exhibits there. Do you know what some of those are and if they're returning this year?
Well, I know that we will have a fire truck inside of the exhibit hall. There's also going to be a Metro Transit bus, and then a couple different SUVs that are used for. I'm sorry, I don't have that on the tip of my tongue, but there's vehicles. There's an ejector, like a seatbelt thing that you can test how seatbelts, save lives. So there's a lot of great things to do and see and experience. And again, it's free, and we feed you. So we hope to see you all there.
Yep. The other thing that I think is important is we do provide interpretation services for folks that need it. So you're able to come and show up on site and register in language if needed. There'll be interpreters available for other places. Erica, are you able to share where else in the conference that we provide that?
So we will have them for sure at the opening ceremony and then in the afternoon dialogue session. However, if there are translation needs, you simply just need to go to the front desk, the registration desk, and they will set you up with interpreters. We have, through requests, we have about 8 different people.
Jumping right in. Hey, this is Native Roots Radio presents Minneapolis Air with guest host Christina McDonald. We'll be right back.
This is David from The David Pakman Show, where we expose the Hatriots, liars, and Trumpists. Weekdays at 2 p.m. on AM 950, the progressive voice of Minnesota.
Minnesota has the only original wolf population in the continental United States.
And 80% of Minnesotans believe the wolf should be protected.
Howling for Wolves is asking Minnesotans to respect our true wildlife manager, the wolf.
Their survival is critical to our ecosystems, our communities, and even our economy.
As highly intelligent animals with strong social bonds, Minnesota wolves deserve to be protected and admired.
Learn more at howlingforwolves.org. Let's live and let howl.
Howl! Hey, this is Ellie Krug with Ellie 2.0 Radio. Did you know that we've been doing this show for 6 years on AM 950? And it's one of the only, I think it may be the only show about idealism in all of Radioland. And now the show's at 4 o'clock on Saturdays and still from 1 to 2 on Sundays. It'll be part of a new concept, a series of LGBTQ hosted shows and podcasts. Make sure to check it out.
Native American women and girls have dreams. They don't want to be 1 in 3 of every female who has been sexually abused. Many do everything in their power to make sure they are protected from being sexually assaulted, but they could be simply putting their bike away and get raped. Or they could be in their home and a boyfriend, dad, or even husband could rape them. It could be marital rape or date rape. If you don't want to do something, you have the right to say no. You should be believed and supported, and understand if you are raped, it's never your fault.
Sponsored by the Minnesota Indian Women's Sexual Assault Coalition.
I'm the host of Exploring Sovereignty with Elizabeth. In this radio show and podcast, we have conversations with heart-centered thought leaders to explore their pathway to becoming free, and we will shine a light on what has been hidden, often in plain sight, what they pay attention to, and how it has transformed them and others into a higher level thinking and feeling state during this time of great change. Explore being consciously aware, authentically free, and courageously sovereign with us. Sundays at 11 a.m. on AM 950, and check out our early release episodes that drop Thursdays on your favorite podcast apps.
Reliability. It's something you demand, and it's something that Rudy Luther Toyota delivers. Consumer Reports just put out their 2024 list of most reliable vehicles, and 7 out of the top 10 are Toyotas, including the top 4, the 4Runner, the Camry Hybrid, the Camry, and the RAV4 Prime. The Highlander Hybrid, the Corolla, and the RAV4 also made the top 10. If 7 out of the top 10 most reliable vehicles are Toyotas, that tells you Toyotas overall are the most reliable brand. Get yourself a Toyota today. Head to Rudy Luther Toyota and test drive your favorite Toyota. Rudy Luther Toyota, the southeast corner of 394 and 169.
Hey, it's Patrick. February is the month for love. So when's the last time you gave your carpet the love and attention it really deserves? If your carpet hasn't been professionally cleaned, you are breathing unhealthy levels of nasty dirt, dander, bacteria, and germs that keep recirculating again and again and again. Lucky for you, Zero Res is going to spread the love to you and your home with their Love Your Rug special. Get 3 rooms Zero Resified starting at just $119 and a free hallway. And don't forget dirt and dander's favorite hiding place either, your air ducts. This month, take $75 off when you get your air ducts Zero Res clean. Call Zero Res right now or go online to ZeroResMinnesota.com and say you want the AM 950 special. If you're a business owner, protect your employees and customers by getting your business Zero Resified by the pros at Zero Res. Call today for your commercial cleaning estimate. Backward or forward smells the same. Zero Res.
My name's Michaela. When I got back from Iraq, I became pregnant and ended up homeless. Counselors helped us apply for VA supportive housing.
VA offers programs to help eligible veterans stay healthy, find a job, and secure or maintain safe, stable housing.
My life works now. I got help from VA, and now I'm on a mission to share these resources.
If you or a veteran you know is homeless or at immediate risk of becoming homeless, call 877-424-3838.
AM 950 KTNF, St. Louis Park, Minneapolis, St. Paul.
This is Leonard Peltier. I'm in Coleman 1 U.S. Penitentiary, and I'm listening to Native Roots Radio.
And we're back to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and this is Robert Pilot.
This portion of the show is supported by the city of Minneapolis.
Right on. And this is a Native Roots Radio presents Minneapolis Air, and our guest host, Kristen McDonald, is doing a great job, and the guests are doing great. Very informative. Take it away.
Thank you for coming back.
Portions of the following program may be pre-recorded.
Living healthy and aging well.
Hi, this is
And in my
I'm the host.
I think it may be the only show about ideal.
Hi, I'm
of Minnesota. Of Minnesota.
End of life decisions are not End of life decisions are not easy to make.
KAM 9.